I woke up on my feel good. I woke up, turned Adele on for the first 45 minutes in the morning, and I got to work.
I just poured a glass of Pinot Gris, and I
listened to that right before I got here.
I took a long hot bubble bath and just really manned out this morning. What the?
I really got in touch with my inner.
Why are we not? Hold on a second.
This is recording.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Hoot Hop Show. With me as always, my right-hand man to the left, C. Wayne.
What's up?
And of course, Mr. BT Brennan Torres.
Hey.
I didn't introduce myself, but if you don't know who I am,
it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Read the podcast, the description.
They probably accidentally downloaded it, and they may be very confused at this point.
Yeah, it was an accident. We didn't want to listen to this crap.
There was an owl on it. I don't know.
Yeah, I like owls.
But I'm intrigued. They sound stupid. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's how about
we got them.
Yeah, that's how 90% of our listeners got caught on. Well, these guys are idiots. I don't know. I'll listen.
This got to be some kind of experiment on mental people.
They're like, but I can't stop listening because what are they going to say next?
Yeah, for real.
Something infuriating.
We don't even know.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. I have no idea. Hey, one thing I do got to ask. What is that?
Baked potato soup.
Baked potato soup.
Potato soup, same difference.
Okay, no, I mean, well, actually, baked potato soup sounds. Is there like
loaded potato
sour
soup?
cream and chives in it?
There's chives.
Okay.
Ooh. There's no cream of sour.
No sour cream.
No.
Okay, well, that's fine. So it's just like potato soup with chives, salt and pepper, some
With
cheese
some
maybe.
Potato skins and bacon bits.
There's cheese in potato soup.
Yeah,
bacon bits, some potato skins. It's homemade though.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right.
Have you ever had it from Firehouse Subs?
I haven't.
Have you ever had it from Cheddar's?
I have.
I have not.
Well, just imagine Cheddar's on crack. And if you don't do crack, just imagine it with the Mountain Dew. Because it's way better at Firehouse Subs.
Okay, so crack is a good thing.
Crack and Mountain Dew same.
Yeah, and they make everything better.
Same, but different.
I mean,
one ruins your life, the other one ruins your kidneys. So, I mean, it's just
either way. Yeah.
What comes without sugar?
Yeah, right. Well, that's very
Does
true.
it?
So crack is probably healthier. Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to give up Mountain Dew, maybe try crack. Oh, Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar on the table right now.
He has a point with the crack cocaine being better than the Mountain Dew.
Well, I mean,
on a technicality,
Oh, there is a little bit of baking soda, cocaine.
Isn't that the old argument of donuts versus methamphetamine?
On a technicality.
Yeah. What was it John Mulaney said? There was like, oh, man.
He would know.
Yeah, for real. But in the, he was talking about at restaurants. It's like, well, that comes with a side salad or fries. It's like that's like what is it? You want to like I don't know, be productive and go to the bathroom and stuff today, or do you want to lay on the floor groaning? They're just polar opposites. You know?
Well, especially with potato soup, man. I imagine a bowl of that. I'm gonna try to find a place to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's heartwarming.
Yeah.
No, but Firehouse is the best restaurant I've ever had it from.
Okay. Firehouse is a good Cuban sandwich. I'm not gonna lie.
Everything at Firehouse Subs is good.
It really is.
I haven't ladder is awesome too. It's all dope.
I haven't had a bad anything from Firehouse Subs yet, except for their lemon and lime flavored Sprite, which is kind of redundant. But
because
it's booty
Sprite's
cheeks.
already
it is
lemon
horrible.
and lime, isn't it?
It's like, have you ever tasted that lemon lime beer salt stuff?
Yeah.
I've
heard of it.
It's like 20 times stronger and worse than that.
Oh.
It's like licking lime metal. Just imagine that.
Ew.
Plank.
Like it has a metallic taste.
Yeah, with the lime. So
Ooh,
it's just
I would vomit. That sounds like
out
bottom
of
of the
all
keg.
of the options that machine can make for you.
Every soda, it has every
out of
Coke
all the
product.
flavors, you pick salty. What's wrong with you?
It has every Coke product and then 8 different flavors: cherry, vanilla, strawberry, pineapple, lemon, lime.
Bro,
and there's one more.
I am amazed at your knowledge of this Coke machine.
I've been there 3
He
times.
loves
man.
this place.
I've been
He's
there
not
3
kidding.
times, and I clicked all of them to make sure they all have the same flavors, and they do, except root beer. Because who likes root beer?
Strange.
Anyways,
Yeah, so that's a thing.
it's only second to homemade potato soup.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and tell you that I had some potato soup this weekend.
It's probably barf in a bag. I had that brand before. It's pretty bad.
Barf in a bag's a brand? Oh my god!
Barf in a bag.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the local IGA. We've got soups from Barf in a bag. I'm like, I don't want that. That's nasty.
Neither did the person that gave it to us.
Yeah.
That's why it's barf in the bag.
Well, I don't know. It wasn't very
didn't hit.
flavorful. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've understood
It
that.
tasted like
It's just milk and
You
potatoes.
know when you boil down a potato to where you can like mash it really easy to make homemade mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Just no salt or anything.
Yeah, and like
So
some
it's just like
cheese in
milk?
it.
Bring your own salty.
Yeah,
It's just like milk, potato, and cheese.
yeah, pretty much.
See, nothing's wrong with that. That's how my dad made it, and I loved it.
It's too bland.
And
it's
my
just
mom,
too bland.
my
it's
mom
not
adds
bad.
chives, peppers, spices.
Oh, so your
Italian
mom makes
That
it right.
sounds nice.
Yeah, I was
She
saying,
adds
so
Italian sausage. And I'm like,
oh yeah, so she makes it right.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing sets off the flavor of potato soup like anything but potatoes.
just milk and potatoes is all I need.
Nah, you're bogue, man. All right, hey, look, we've been doing really heavy sports episodes lately, unintentionally. We just kind of get riled up. So I'm
I
actually
was looking forward to talking about the Cowboys today too.
okay. Well, we're going to talk about the Cowboys.
I sat through their whole game and watched it,
Yeah. Well.
and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were impressive.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man. Like all that stuff I was talking about Dak last week was like, he looked good, but he was off the mark.
The defense.
There wasn't anyone off the mark.
That's the best
Sunday.
I've seen the Cowboys defense play in a long
Bro,
time.
yeah. I'm telling you. It was that game was
I felt bad for the Falcons.
yeah. You're like, man, them beating up a junior college team like this is tough. And
That
you're
ain't
like,
right.
oh wait, that's
I thought they were
that's the
Atlanta
Dirty
Falcons.
Birds, man.
Yeah.
I thought that team Cowboys were playing were there to watch the Cowboys play, but they were playing them.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It looked like
Were
an
they?
elementary school.
Yeah, well, they were out there. I don't know if they were playing them,
At
but they were
times, it
there.
looked like they were playing catch with each other.
Yeah.
With Trayvon Diggs. Yeah.
For real, Trayvon got
He
him
got like
another
his
one,
eighth
man.
Was he in their huddle?
He looks like it. Every time he lays out for one like that, you're like, oh, man, they completed the pass. But to Trayvon.
It's got to be planned.
Yeah.
He's
it has-
always there. I don't understand.
That dude, well, okay, he's what, 8 games in?
He has 8 picks, I think.
He's 9 games in,
With
and he
8
has
picks.
8 interceptions.
He's on pay. What's the record? He's almost there.
Yeah, he's
If he has, if
He's
he
flirting
keeps,
with it.
if he keeps his average, I think he's supposed to have 16 or 17. I think the record's like 13, if I'm not wrong.
well, I would like to see it, and I didn't do him any harm when I don't even remember who we were playing. I want to say it was week 4, week 5 that we had 2 in one game, so that helped him out a lot.
Probably a call. I think it was a game against someone in the NFC East.
Yeah, I'm
think.
sure you're
I
right.
think.
I don't even remember, but either way. So the Cowboys had a good game.
Them boys.
Hey, how about
The Bulls?
Speaking of, yeah, okay, let's talk the Bulls for a minute because
I watched the
Brandon's
Bulls
got
game
his
the other day.
Brandon's got his Chicago hoodie on, represent, and
We all have red stuff. Come on. All
and
of it's
look,
red.
I know that this in particular might be a little. Last night's game was probably tough on Brandon because we played the Lakers.
No, not at all.
Right, you're like,
Yeah,
no.
no.
I like the Kobe Bryant Lakers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know
Yeah,
what to tell
free
you.
LeBron.
I was about to say I like Anthony Davis.
I like AD.
No.
See, I don't. I don't
see,
know.
I
He has
like
an attitude problem.
What?
It's the
I
NBA.
would say, well, okay, but in comparison to whom? Alex Caruso?
Yes,
Everyone's got
I was
an
about
attitude
to say
problem.
Caruso.
Yeah, Caruso is the nicest human being to ever play professional sports, I think.
The bald Mamba.
Yeah, man, and he's cold, bro.
He turned down a contract offer to not stay in his hometown.
It was less than what the Bulls
Los
offered.
Angeles, but at the same time, it was insulting in comparison to what
The
the
Lakers
Bulls.
wouldn't give him any more. They said no.
Yeah, but that was the whole thing is that he was willing to take less money to
Yes.
stay, and
And
they
they
were
said
just
no.
weren't even going to work with him. And now, but you know what? Serves him right.
Yeah.
Because welcome to Chicago, Alex. We
They
love
have
you here.
the city of Chicago has embraced him with all.
Oh yeah,
both
dude.
arms open.
He's. But look at him. How do you not embrace that? I mean, this team, bro. DeMar and Zach. When it comes to points, dude.
And then Lonzo and Caruso are like the wing pass.
Well,
First
yeah,
guys.
Lonzo Ball.
He made
of
like
course, I mean,
5 threes
listen,
in a row the other
I'm about
night.
to say we can't even sit there and take him out of the point contest because Lonzo Ball's putting up serious points. Vooch is putting up a lot of points. Vooch is putting up 3-pointers, which I understand that in the nature of the NBA, your big men can shoot.
yeah,
I understand.
I was
that.
gonna say
Oh,
my
lineup's
only
3-point shooters.
my only concerns will be later on down when it gets closer to playoff time. I know we're a long time away from
True.
that, but going up against like
Defensive?
Giannis
Yeah.
defensively, they don't have anything to bang up against him, and he's just gonna kill them all day.
I would say, man, I don't know. Vooch has been hanging tough, but I mean, going up against Giannis is that's tough.
That's a
man.
tough matchup for
That's
anybody.
tough, man.
But
That man is talented.
I'm
He's
just
big.
saying-
I mean,
the championship will go through Milwaukee if he continues to play like he's played past 3 years now.
yeah, I'm telling you. Of course, I mean,
course,
I
the
got to be
West,
honest. If
Luka.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, Luka, that dude.
Are you a fan?
Of Luka, not of the Mavericks. I do like Luka.
I don't. I like Trey Young, so therefore I can't like Luka because they were they were swapped. Trey Young should have been on the Mavericks, and Luka should have been on the Hawks.
Well, you see, I actually believe that all things happen for a reason, so I believe
It did happen
Luka
for a
is
reason.
where he's supposed
And
to
Trey
be.
Young got the Hawks pretty far last year.
Yes, he did.
playoffs.
I was going to say, I
But
think
look at how much Trey Young's worth now
Yes.
because
Yeah, I
he
love
took the
Trae Young.
Hawks
Big-
and he was like, "Hey, let's just be something."
he is creating
He's what the
his
Kings couldn't
own
do 3
role.
years ago.
Yeah.
Like they're everybody's wanting a Trey Young type player now,
Alex Caruso,
which
if you will,
is comparable.
Caruso.
Yeah, well, welcome to the Carew show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I mean, the Bulls are looking good. Luka is like I think what makes me like Luka. I'm getting back on this.
Yeah.
What makes me actually like Luka is his I don't take this too seriously attitude.
Yeah, he don't care. He's
Yeah.
there.
Well, I don't think you can say he doesn't care because he obviously cares.
Well, yeah,
I mean, he
but-
keeps improving, so he has to care. But like last year, whenever he went up to the female referee, he was like, "Hey, did you not see the foul?" And she's like, "What?" And he goes, "The foul." And she's like, "What foul?" He says, "Fouling in love with you." And of course, she smiles and rolls her eyes, and he kind of laughs, and they run off. I mean, the kid's got a personality. Here's another thing I didn't know about Luka. Okay,
He's European.
no, I knew that. He's from Slovenia. How do you not know that? Anyway, have you ever heard him talk? He sounds like he's from Slovenia.
Yeah.
But no. Here's the you made me lose my train of thought. Anyway, no. I got it back. He's only 22 years old.
Yes.
That dude looks rough. Like, you remember that story I told about when I was 23 and they thought I was 40?
Oh my goodness.
Lucas suffers from the same disease I do. Because I was like, oh, no, I mean, he's probably my age at least, in his 30s, something like that. No, 22 years old.
He's a year older than me.
Yeah, he's a youngster, man. But the cat can ball.
Well, at the same time, he's also European, and sometimes
Yeah.
they do show more age in their face
Well,
sooner.
Well,
Than
they grow, especially in Slovenia, you grow up a little harder than you do here.
true.
I mean.
True that. And plus, it helps whenever you can have the what is it? The GQ model facial hair all the
no.
times. Yeah.
He's like Tom Brady circa 10 years ago. Just the
Yeah.
right amount of scruff. Yeah.
It's not a beard, so we can't say he's shaggy, but at the
Yeah.
same time, there's a little 5 o'clock shadow. But
But he's got it all the time. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
And like
You know
me
he
in my
trims at
30s
halftime.
growing this ratty stash I've got.
got the old foil shaver.
And people are like, I mean, you look like an old dude who.
You seen your house the last 2 weeks? Or?
Either way. Okay, so let's go back to football for a minute. And let's talk about Das Boot. Okay.
Cameron Little.
Cam Little, Killer Cam. Give a little throwback to
Might
Cam
be
Ron on
the
that one.
ugliest freshman kicker I've ever seen.
Bro,
Have you seen his part? His
yeah,
hair?
hey, take it. I got longer hair, but I got the same middle
No,
part,
his
so
is,
leave
but
me
his
alone.
is shaved on the
Okay,
side.
for the record, he does have a middle-aged mom haircut.
Can I speak to the manager, please? No, you can't.
Yeah, it's not full-on Karen haircut, but it's more like a Susan.
more like
I
a
think.
Helen. Yeah.
Yeah, like a Helen. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, he has more of a Helen haircut. But hey, man, Killer Cam, he's the conquering hero, man. I mean, he's the one who's winning things in overtime and getting us points when we just really have to have them. So, to a freshman kicker, 17 years old,
Dang.
good on you, Killer Cam. Good on you. But hey, man, the Golden Boot has finally made it home to Fayetteville where it belongs. And if all goes right, then we'll go ahead and bring that Battle Line trophy home here in a couple weeks as well.
And we'll be top 15 again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do believe that it could happen. But
Higher than Oklahoma.
the good news
It
is
really
this.
depends how much Texas continues to suck it up. Honestly.
Oh, yeah, it makes them look bad.
Yeah.
But if A&M keeps doing good, it makes them look good.
Well,
And Mississippi State.
didn't
A&M lose to,
Ole Miss?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. A&M lost.
Yeah,
So
but-
now all we need to happen
Is
is
Miss-
for Ole Miss to lose.
There's a
and
chance
for
for
us to beat Bama.
Yep.
There's a four-way tie. There's a chance for a four-way tie in the SEC West. Ole Miss has to lose out. A&M has to win. A&M, it don't matter. Arkansas is already tied with them no matter what because we beat them.
Right.
And then they beat someone that beat Arkansas. I think they beat Auburn. And then
But
Mississippi.
head to head, the team that won between the two, Arkansas, would have the advantage.
And then Mississippi State is somehow in the mix because they beat and came back against Auburn the other day, and Arkansas beat Mississippi State beat Auburn beat Arkansas. So it's one circle, and it's like that with Arkansas and Ole Miss. Everyone in the SEC West is circling around each other. If Arkansas beats Bama, or Bama loses out, it's a tie, and they won't be able to pick.
Who does Bama have left?
Arkansas and Auburn.
And
Which
Auburn.
Auburn has a great chance of winning that game.
Auburn always brings a special game to Bama.
And Arkansas never does, but it might be the year.
Well, I tell you what, though, man. Right now, momentum is in our favor. At least everything I've read, which I'm not some insider up there on the hill, knowing in the know or whatever. But just reading articles and stuff like that, and seeing interviews with Coach Pittman, it seems like everyone's riding pretty high. Which going into Bama, we need that.
Yeah,
we need the confidence. We need the energy. We need the because we're going. But boys, negate the fact that this is a tough game. We're going to Tuscaloosa.
All right. And that's Nick Saban on the other side.
Yeah, I about to say exactly. And no matter what, no matter how great Coach Pitt is, because I love Coach Pittman, but when he looks across that field, he's going to see Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide, and that's tough.
And you see Stagger and Saban, and then you see just a wall behind him that's 7'3", 6 feet wide each one.
Yeah, you're like, well, the refrigerators have arms, boys. We're going to have to slip through. So it might be a big day for Traylon Smith.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is one thing about Nick Saban is he has built an NFL-style offensive line.
Absolutely. Hey, whenever you have built a dynasty team like Alabama, you're going to get the best recruits.
It kind of builds itself now. People like the best want to go to him.
Yeah.
Clemson's getting up there too.
But
But
you can't do it
year.
forever, boys.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I think he sold his soul to the devil.
I don't.
So he can
Davy Jones, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's got the fiddle and everything. I forgot.
that's right. Yeah, yeah. Just I don't
Just
even
wait.
know the team
I give
anymore.
when
Whatever.
Saban retires, I give it 4 to 5 years before Alabama hits a hard decline. Because when Saban retires,
See, I agree with him.
Yeah, I
those
do too,
freshmen that are there will get 3 more years, and they'll still be just as good. But less and less people come.
We can see the coaching triangle that's come, or not triangle, coaching tree that's come from Bill Parcells to Bill Belichick to Nick Saban.
Right.
But look what's come from Nick Saban. Kirby Smart.
Well, I mean, we can't say too much. I mean, George is having an incredible season.
I know, but
Didn't
at the
Gus
same
Miles
time,
come from under? Didn't look like
No, Gus Malzahn came from Arkansas. Yeah.
No, there's like 2 other SEC coaches that came from under.
Jimbo was one of them.
Jimbo's another one.
One
though.
of
That,
them-
that was the one that I really
wasn't
wanted
it Lane
to-
Kiffin?
I think it was him. Yeah.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin was under Nick Saban, wasn't he?
He was, yes.
Okay, I
For
was
a
gonna say
little bit.
I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure.
But he before that, I believe Lane Kiffin may have been under Pete Carroll as well back at USC before he went to Saban and
Was
Then
it-
back to
was it-
USC.
was it
Then-
Saban under
then got
Belichick?
fired from USC.
went to Tennessee and then
Yeah.
left Tennessee on bad terms, so they wanted to burn him alive.
Oh wait, he went back to USC from Tennessee? didn't
Yes, he went back home. He ran away because it was too tough, too difficult, and the fans in Tennessee were not receptive to
Right.
his West Coast ways.
Right, which I mean, well, welcome to the South.
Exactly.
You know,
Well,
I mean,
if it's not going to pay off, you're not going to win games, then what else you got?
yeah. But Lane Kiffin seems to have done.
He's doing remarkably better.
Yeah, he's doing fine with Ole Miss.
He's leaning into the jokes like we covered earlier.
Yeah, with the well, we can finally have some popcorn. You know what I mean? Like that. At least he's in on his own jokes. You know what I mean? Like, so that's good. So going back to basketball again, though, Saturday I had the distinct pleasure to sit in section 122, row 4, seat 12, in Bud Walton Arena and watch the Razorbacks take on Gardner-Webb. And I know it was an exhibition game.
What's that mean? You don't like practice game?
No, I mean
it
it was
counts.
a season game. It counts as a record. It's just not a conference game.
Oh.
And
So-
it's not a large school that they're playing.
Yeah, it's a smaller school, but Gardner-Webb
tune-up
came
game.
out and they did fine. But Arkansas won the way we should have. We won by over 20 points. It was good. There were a lot of promise to be shown. I'm telling you what, hometown boy himself, Jalen Williams from Northside High School in Fort Smith. I'm telling you that I don't know that there is a better defensive player in the NCAA. because that kid cannot get on the floor without taking a charge.
No, he's good.
Every time he gets on the floor, he's like, I'm going to take a charge. And I'm not talking about once a game. I'm talking every time he comes off the bench, he's going to take a charge.
I think
It's
he's
like
19.
might as well not pass the person he's defending.
Yeah,
or you're
right.
gonna get
Because
fouled
he's
on.
going to, as soon as he sees someone driving in, he's like, well, I'll just plant my feet and watch this. And it works.
They
You wanna
won't
know
even see
why?
me coming.
Because it's textbook. I watched JD Note play fundamental basketball. And the whole thing that I really like about JD Note is the fact he's kind of a street hoop guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, like, okay, we need some points. I'm going to take this dude one-on-one and let's do this. And, he can do that. And he does it very well. But he, I don't know, man. It looks like maybe he's not taking his own medicine. You know what I mean? He's playing some fundamental basketball, looking good, had a lot of assists, had some really clean fast break layups, everything else. He had the opportunity to go up and get rowdy, but he just laid a pretty layup. And I looked at my wife. I was like, fundamentals.
Yep.
That's what I love, man.
Fundamentals.
I love fundamental basketball. But yeah, yeah. So I mean, that was a lot of fun, and there wasn't a lot of people there, especially for a sold out game. All the season, every seat in Bud Walton is sold out season ticket holders. Now, a lot of people didn't come out to the game on Saturday.
Season ticket. Oh,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sold out.
Because Arkansas has a lot of promise or something.
Arkansas is just a heck of a team.
That's why all
I
the
say-
season tickets.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, we lost a lot of talent, but we've gained some. Chris Likes from Miami transferred in, and he is by far the smallest guy on the court, and it doesn't matter. Let's move
who's
on.
on
Okay,
first?
so we're gonna move on past sports, and guys, I'm just gonna take a minute. More honestly, it's gonna be more of a rant than anything, but I just heard it. It came across a podcast. I decided to look it up. I first heard about this last year during all the craziness that was 2020. Right? There was some don't catch me lying because I don't know who it was, where it was. It was just a woman on a stage talking at some university, right? And her big push was that it's time that we stop stigmatizing and labeling pedophilia. And we need to accept it as a sexual orientation. That's just who someone's sexually attracted to. So before I get to my thoughts on that, that's just what this particular video, which I share, you can find it on my Facebook. I'm sure I shared it. This thing that I decided to look up because I heard it on another podcast, the Matt Walsh Show is where I heard it, which Matt is pretty, when I say conservative, he's not conservative like me. He's a little bit more strict about it, but neither here nor there. We saw eye to eye on this. So now what they're trying to do is rebrand. You shouldn't call someone a pedo anymore, or a pedophile, or a toucher, or a chomo, or a kitty lover, or a dead man, or whoops, sorry,
A waste of space.
Excuse me. So now you should refer to them as a MAP, which is a minor attracted person, because age is fluid. You see, age, just like gender, is fluid. You see, it's not set in stone. No, it's like water. It can flow from one to another, okay? So if I decide I want to identify,
You're 18 right now.
well, let's not be so conservative about it. I mean, let's just be real. I decided I think today I'm going to, say that I'm a 12-year-old girl so that I can I'm having a hard time even making this example. You get the point, though,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so allow me to go ahead and give you my opinion. Okay, it's not fact, it's fact. But age, much like gender, you don't get to choose it. I understand that there are people who choose to live their lives as the opposite sex, or that don't identify as any gender or anything like that. Fine, that's fine.
But when you are born,
I'm not here to rain on your rainbow-colored parade. I'm just not. I'm not here to do that. That's fine. That's your thing. That's fine. Whatever. I do not agree. So, I don't know. Sue me, I guess. But it is what it is. So But let's take the gender thing, put it aside for a minute. Let's just talk about age, okay? Brandon, I'm going to ask you a very, very personal question. I want you to answer it as honestly as possible, okay? Okay, so first off, I need honest answers. So first off, how old are you?
You're making me do math here. 35.
Okay, so you're 35 years old. Okay, so why shouldn't you be able to? Well, you know what? That's not fair. That's not a good question. So, question 2. Are you attracted to I don't know, let's call it, puberty starts happening earlier and earlier. So
No.
let's, what? You didn't even let me finish the question.
You don't need to.
Okay, well, could I ask you why?
Because it's inappropriate to talk that way about children.
Okay, well, you could just say what's really on your mind. That is gross. That's gross. That's a child.
That is gross.
That's a child.
They don't know what they're doing. It's a kid.
It doesn't matter if they know what they're doing or not. They're innocent.
Well,
Leave
it's like
them out of this.
A little kid say, "I want to be a girl." The next day, they may want to be a boy. You can't just change their genders.
Dude, my little girl assigns a different gender to my cat every single day. He's a boy, he's a girl, he's a boy, he's a girl, he's a boy, he's a girl. She knows he's a boy.
Yeah.
But sometimes she calls him she and all this kind of stuff. I don't care. That's not important. She's
Cat
4
doesn't
years
care.
old.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares about that, right? It becomes a lot more, it becomes a lot different, like, as they get older, as far as the gender thing goes. But let me go ahead and break this down for you, okay? My lovely, beautiful, sweet daughter will be 5 soon. I'm just going to go ahead and make a promise that if I ever catch one of these, we'll call them age-fluid maps,
Pedo Joes.
and he's trying to be age-fluid map person with, say, my daughter, I'm probably going to kill you. You know what I mean? Like I don't even have a problem with saying that. I'm like, you don't touch my children. That's just the way it is, bro. You don't. Hey, your kid. Ain't nobody going to touch your kid as long as I'm breathing. You know what I'm saying? I know you got yours, but I'm saying because you're my brother, that's mine too, and you're not going to touch it. When you have kids one day, Colby, ain't nobody going to touch them kids. I promise you, because I have no problem dying for that.
Yeah.
I have no problem dying for that. I will protect children at all cost. And that's just me, dude. And here's the deal. Just so everyone understands, it's not all warm and fuzzy. I don't like kids. I like my kids. I don't like kids. But I ain't gonna let anybody hurt them.
Hell no.
It's a kid.
That's right.
They don't know what's happening.
That's right. I feel pretty strongly about this, so I don't even want to talk about this anymore, unless you guys got something you want to add in. But if you don't, then we'll move past it. But I just really need to get my opinion out there on this, just so everyone knows where I stand. I don't think it was ever a question to anybody, but just in case it was, I'll let you know. Evil men, dead men. That's the way this should work, at least on this particular topic. So let's just skate right on out of that, and we'll go into something a little more lighthearted. Okay, well, why don't you tell me your top 3 podcasts? I swear to God, this show had better be in there somewhere.
This show is probably the one that has the most downloads from me because I listen to it on repeat. So it is in the top 3.
Yeah.
But I would have to say it is probably number 3.
Okay.
Number 2, I listen to Bill Burr's Monday Morning Podcast. He does 2 podcasts a week.
Yeah.
I think he does other podcasts with like other comedians at this point. But for the longest time, he just did the one show on Mondays.
Right.
And I can listen to that guy tell his stories and complain about the news or what's happening in his life. And I have for, since like 2012, I think is when he started.
Yeah, but I mean, that's Bill Burr's whole gimmick is, we can't help but laugh at him every time he starts complaining about something because he's so animated in his voice.
So
and
funny.
His anger problems
Boston
are
accent. He tries not to have it, but it's there. He can't not be himself.
Yeah.
But like he'll be talking and, all of a sudden he'll hear something outside the window and he'll have to go, but he's bitching and complaining the whole way. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. I would say that. So Bill Burr would be your number 2?
Yes, number 2. And number 1, I was going to say Going in Raw podcast. It's not what it sounds like it is. I believe it actually probably
Doesn't
started.
have Sasquatch on it, does it?
No.
Okay.
It's a professional wrestling podcast. These two guys, Steve and
okay.
Larson, they discuss all of the professional wrestling shows that happen throughout the week.
Okay.
Rather than watching some of the wrestling shows because I don't have the time.
Right.
I listen to them talk about it, and it kind of was like, oh, yeah.
So it keeps you in the know.
And I can pick and choose what I actually want to watch of it.
Sure.
But I like listening to their opinions on the stuff. It's pretty cool. But, yeah, Going in Raw is my favorite podcast. Well, it's not what it sounds like.
Yeah, right. Okay, Colby, what about you? You got a top 3 on podcasts?
Yes. Number 1, Ben Shapiro.
Okay.
Love hearing him.
Is this in any particular order?
Yes.
This is from favorite to least favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Ben Shapiro, just because I like what he has to say about the politics. I like how he has all his facts, and he always is. I watched a lot of videos of him flaming and roasting. Sometimes extreme rightists, but most times it's leftist that are just doing it because it's the cause. Posting a black screen on Instagram for that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah,
He's
I got
always
you.
on them, and I love it.
Yeah.
Number 2, I changed. Joe Rogan's not good enough to be anywhere near me.
I do also occasionally listen to his, but I kind of pick and choose who he has on his show.
Right.
Number 2 would be Ear Biscuits. It's by Rhett and Link, who do Good Mythical Morning. It's a YouTube channel that they have, but they talk about random stuff. It's really funny.
Okay.
And then number 3 would be this. Sorry excuse of a waste of
Yeah,
time.
right. Okay. So let me give you mine in ascending order.
Okay.
Starting at 3, working my way up. Number 3 would be this past weekend, Theo Vaughn's podcast.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. And
You actually introduced that one to me after we watched his stand-up special. You told me about
Yeah.
it. I've been listening to it, and it is a good show.
it's a good show because the reason I like it is because I find Theo Vaughn, especially because of the way I grew up and everything. Not saying I was in the same situation.
We're Southerners, so there's kind of a relatability
exactly.
factor there.
I
that
relate
other
to
comics
Theo
may not
Von.
have. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's my main thing is I relate to Theo Vaughn. His comedy is very funny to me because I'm like, man, that sounds like something that would happen here. But I mean, he's from Louisiana and we're from Arkansas, so I mean, it's not like we're distant relatives; we're neighbors.
We
You know
won
what
the
I mean?
boot.
Well, there is that. Okay, I would say number 2 for me is Ben Shapiro. For similar reasons is what he's talking about. It's always very matter of fact. Yes, it is a conservative view on things, but it doesn't, like the Daily Wire doesn't advertise itself as, a non-biased news site. It is a conservative news site, so I listen to it for that reason. You know what I mean? Because there's some things that some of those guys say that I'm like, I don't really agree with that. But most of the time, it aligns with my
You'll
beliefs.
feel that way listening to anybody else give their opinion that's of the opposite mindset as well. So
there's going to be some things that I'm like, I'm on board with
It's
that.
all going to have some type of a bias if you look at it because you're human beings and it's
Right.
natural.
Yeah, exactly.
It is what it is. You have to be, put on your big boy pants and make a decision on how
Or
you
panties. Big boy panties.
Right, hey,
want.
I'm not sure saying
Oh,
big boy pants
we're
is
getting in an
PC.
awkward situation here.
Wee woo, wee
But-
woo. PC,
But
please.
anyway, you have to, be an adult about it and
Right.
accept that,
Do you have to be
I'm
an
sorry,
adult, Brandon?
he just said you
Do
got to be an
have
adult
to?
after I did wee woo, PC, please. Thank
Do you have
yes.
to be an adult?
To the 4-year-old in the room,
Can I
thank
not
you.
be a 12-year-old
yes, you
Cub
do
Scout?
still need to try to be a grown up about it and come to a
I don't wanna
complex
grow up.
decision where you make your own decision,
Right,
not
it-
slanted by someone else's
Exactly.
point of view.
You're
Exactly.
telling me that social media can't tell me that I'm a 12-year-old Cub Scout?
I'm sure they
I'm not
probably
making
I
my
could.
would
decisions.
say social media can tell you anything.
Yeah, if you Google enough things, your phone will tell you exactly what you want.
That's right. And tell you some things you didn't know.
Why do I have a headache? You have cancer. Google
Okay.
does that.
Bro, don't
Yeah,
WebMD
don't WebMD
nothing.
anything.
It's like, I don't know, my back kind of hurts. It's cancer. What?
Prostate cancer. I
Yeah,
knew
it's
it.
guaranteed.
I got a nasty mosquito bite. Nope. Hope
Hey,
that's
let me.
ligma.
Hey, simmer down. Let me give you my number 1. My number 1 podcast is this one. And is it
He
because?
set us up.
Yeah. Well, not really. Hear me out. I'll tell you my reasoning, and it gets worse for y'all. I did set you up. Sorry. The reason I like this one the best is not because it's the best show out there, because we're still working on it. We're still new
Yeah,
at
we're
it. and-
trying.
yeah, exactly. And we ain't gonna do anything but get better because we're not gonna stop.
I got nothing but time.
There's
Well,
nothing
that's
that
right.
says we can't be the best.
That's right. That's right. We're the only ones that can hold ourselves
And
back.
to be the best podcast, it's about the swing of not the culture, but people, what's popping at the time, what is a hot topic.
right.
That's how you really get out there. You got to hit it.
Yeah, I agree with that, and especially because when Well, I'll touch on that in a minute. I'm just going to tell you why this is my favorite. My favorite is because of tonight. And every other night we get to sit in here and record. The show could be better. The show will get better. The show will be unstoppable one day, perhaps, hopefully. But for right now, man, it's just the fact that I get to
grind.
Yeah, man, I get to show up. I get to hang out with my boys and just shoot the bull for a couple hours a week, and it I say that we talk all week long, but tonight, the recording night, that's why this is my favorite. Mm-hmm. So going back to what you were saying though, with like culturally hot topics, right? I agree with that. I really do. And Brandon and I have had this conversation before that we almost believe that we're holding our own show back because let me go ahead and give you the news cycle, okay? Blah blah blah, left versus right, blah blah blah, COVID. The end. That's the news cycle. That's always the news cycle is the right's mad at the left, politically speaking, and the left's mad at the right, probably more so, politically speaking.
Unethically.
And then whenever you get all that trash and you just wipe it off and put it in the trash can, we're getting ready to take that garbage out, guess what? We got to fill up another bag full of COVID. I'm just like, we haven't talked a lot about that kind of stuff because that's all anyone's talking about. And it's frustrating. And sometimes I just want to talk about things that aren't what everyone's talking about. So, there's that. So if you want more COVID news, you want more political stuff, you'll have to, I guess, send a message or something and let us know.
Follow Dr. Fauci.
And don't forget to get your Fauci ouchie. Sorry, we won't go into vaccines. We talked about that last week. So, but yeah, so those are my favorite podcasts and stuff. So, Brandon, you got some. You do have some of my favorite stuff to talk about. Movies. I love movies.
Let me hear that name. That sweet, succulent name.
You keep getting all excited about it.
And he's not confirmed.
Yeah, he's not confirmed to be anywhere near the
I
project.
don't need confirmation.
All right, so what's the movie?
It is Indiana Jones 5. It's apparently suffered some more setbacks. They're in the middle of filming it. It has a estimated release date. What was it? Sometime in 2023.
I think they said something about spring of 2023.
Yeah, that's where they're estimated and shooting at. But like you were saying, Harrison is getting a little old in the tooth there. So how much longer can he be Indiana Jones?
Exactly.
And is he going to pass the torch? Who's going to pass the torch to?
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 tapioca, pudding is good. Yeah, I don't even know if that's the Indiana Jones song. That sounds like
Joe
it.
Biden.
Well, it might be Harrison Ford. We don't know. They're one and the same.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just old white guys. It's okay to mix them up.
I feel kind of.
I just love the face. It's like, yeah. Wait, what?
Wait, did my face just do that thing that
hit me a
Morty's
little bit.
face does on Rick and Morty?
A little racist, if you will.
You son of a bitch! I'm in.
I mean,
Yeah. So okay, Indiana Jones 5. So do we have anything on it besides a release date and that there's
No,
setbacks?
they're not telling us anything about it. And after the debacle that was the last Indiana Jones movie that they made,
I think we could all take a second and just
I don't
really
want 'em to make
appreciate
it.
how
I don't want 'em
awful
to make
that
it.
movie was.
It was awful.
When was it?
There
Do you know
are two
when
words.
they make it?
The Crystal Skull, Temple, Kingdom of the
Wait, they
Crystal
remade
Skull?
it?
No. We're just talking about Indiana Jones 4 now because we don't know anything
I
about
don't
5.
think I've ever seen that.
So we're talking about what?
I think the Crystal Skull. I thought that was the third one.
No, that's not
Crystal
Last
Skull-
Crusade,
The Crystal Skull's when they're in the jungle, right? And those ants suck that dude down in the ground.
bro.
Indiana
what?
Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's got your boy in it. It's got Shia LaBeouf.
I don't
in
think
it.
I've seen that one. I think I've seen the first 3.
What? So he's so amped up about 5, and he's never even seen the one Indiana Jones movie that has Shia in it.
But isn't the Crystal Skull in another one?
No.
Then
No.
which one is it where they're in the jungle with those German people and the ants suck?
Bro, that's like the Temple of Doom.
Yeah. That's
There's
like
a
the
Crystal
second
Skull in the
No,
pyramid.
the Nazis, that'd
Third
been
one?
Raiders.
Third one.
No, that's the first one. That's Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, Nazis. You're right. First
No,
one.
because that girl grabs the skull out of the pyramid and the alien kills her or whatever.
That's Crystal Skull.
Yeah, that's Crystal Skull.
That's the one where the ants suck that dude in the ground. It's the same.
Well, that
girl.
happens in more than one Indiana Jones movie.
That's why. Okay, so I have seen it then. That's what I
With
was trying.
Shia LaBeouf.
Okay,
It's
so
also the reason the
Yeah.
movie sucks. Though.
yeah, but
Whoa.
hey, okay. First
Whoa.
off, that's not the only reason that movie sucked.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
Harrison
Whoa.
Ford taught us one very important thing,
He's old.
and that's you can hide from an A-bomb in a refrigerator,
Facts.
and it'll just blow you halfway across the state. You can just climb right out of the fridge.
Apparently, yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it works.
Right.
Science, right?
And then for some reason, there's
Japanese
aliens.
tried that.
And don't forget about Shia LaBeouf being in it. So with all these different things, I would say that movie actually turned out to be just awful.
I know. I'm just really surprised that right off the bat he didn't, immediately jump to the defense of Shia LaBeouf
Yeah.
because he always has. But this is a tough one because it wasn't good.
Okay,
it's
but-
not all his fault though. The movie
Okay.
itself sucked.
So
You think Shia makes the movie bad when he's given a script to play?
Yes.
The man is
Yes,
set up
I
for
do,
a
because he
failure
can't
by
act.
the
Bro,
director.
I am telling you, you could have given that script to a blind, deaf monkey, and he would have done a better job. Coco the clapping monkey could have done a better job than Shia LaBeouf. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you said that quietly. Good Lord.
I said a fat monkey.
Hold on one
A
second.
fat
Hold on one second.
orangutan.
You ready? Ooh, you're off the project.
You guys hear that familiar music again?
Yeah, for real. Yeah. I don't even know how our interlude music goes, but I hear it all the time. And I hear it in my sleep. Anyway, so,
No, it's just the demons. My bad.
okay, yeah, well, either way. Okay, so let me ask you this. Since see, Wayne, since you're the big time Shia fan. Notice how I say that?
Aficionado.
Shia.
Aficionado, if you will.
That's so.
Top 3 Shia LaBeouf performances.
Okay, hold on one second. No, that's not fair because there's only 3 that are worthwhile. Seriously.
Well, how do you rank them?
Okay, so how do I rank them?
Transformers 1, 2, and 3.
No. Sam Witwicky is one character.
You only
so,
get one.
So Transformers is his best.
You can't tell me it wasn't great in Transformers.
He
we
did
could,
a
we
good
could do
job.
this. We could do this spot of the moment. We can make this list happen. I know some too. I got opinions
On Shia?
on Shia's movies.
Transformers was great.
Okay, so if I'm going to rank top 3 Shias right now,
Yep.
it'll be the only 3 worthwhile. Number 1 being Transformers.
Thank you.
Number 2 being Holes. And
Come
number
on.
3 being Even Stevens.
I can live with it.
That's it.
I'm about to say, now here's the deal. Even Stevens, Shia LaBeouf was a kid playing the part of a kid. So it worked. In Holes, he was a kid playing the part of a kid. So it works. In Transformers, he was playing a kid becoming a man whenever he was a kid becoming a man. So it works. He was supposed to be weird and awkward and...
Disturbia, same thing, right? A kid playing a
Yeah,
kid.
okay,
Just
you
like
know what?
Tobey Maguire and
Ho-
Spider-Man.
But for the record, I will say this. Disturbia was not a bad movie. It wasn't...
I like Disturbia.
I would say it wasn't
probably
great.
number 4 for me.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but it was a pretty solid movie. The whole movie was pretty good. Shia did his best to ruin it, but he did okay. Okay, so let's go. Colby, give me your top 3. Shia,
it was the same as y'all's.
same as mine.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
Except
enough.
I put Transformers over everything. Transformers are great. I love those movies.
Well, I put Transformers up on top of everything.
You got Linkin Park going crazy at the end.
I don't know. You got to also remember he was in Lawless and Wall Street Money Never Sleeps, which was a solid movie.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot he was in Lawless, dude. That was a good movie. Once again, he did his best to torpedo that movie, but Tom Hardy just kept it going, baby.
I thought that Shia did a good job in that one, but there's a certain point in where his crazy antics in real life started to overshadow
Yeah,
his acting.
and I think that's actually what's diminished him, in my view, is the fact that I'm like, oh, good, you're a crazy person, so I don't have to feel bad about not liking you. I know that's probably a really cold-hearted thing to say.
Yeah, I forgot he was
in Fury.
Chase and Chaz in Constantine.
Fury
Like,
was
technically, it's a performance.
I
Tax Collector
know.
was good too.
I
The
don't.
greatest game ever played,
came out
where he was like
2020.
the caddy or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But man,
iRobot.
Constantine. I keep forgetting he was in. Man, I got to change mine, dude. Constantine. I love Keanu. So Constantine's got to be my number 1. So we're gonna bump Even Stevens. We're gonna say Constantine, then Transformers, and then
What about Surf's Up?
nah.
Counts. It's a performance.
Yeah,
What about Fury? It's pretty good.
Fury was good. Dang, man. Okay, but hold on a second. Let's specify this to lead roles. Lead roles. So that takes Constantine back off. My 3 are
Okay.
standing.
Fury's still in there.
He's not a lead role.
He's born close of it.
He is. I mean, they're all in the tank together. So because Michael Pena was good in that, Brad Pitt was good in that, John Bernthal
That's
was
such a
in
good
that.
casting for. Oh my
It
goodness.
really was. Like, seriously, if I
It
had
makes
to
Shia
be,
look bad, even though he's not.
if I had to be in 1944, 1945 Germany,
It's the exact time.
and in a tank, I want to be with John Bernthal, Michael Pena, and Brad Pitt. I want to be with those guys.
No, Mark Wahlberg, Brad Pitt, Keanu Reeves, and Tobey Maguire and Shia LaBeouf.
Why?
So you got Mark Wahlberg in there looking angry and confused.
Chuck Norris and John Wayne.
Don't
Shia LaBeouf.
I mean, say, whenever you start throwing names out, you're like, okay, how about Brad Pitt, Mark Wahlberg? And then you were like, Tobey Maguire, Shia LaBeouf. I was like, okay.
For
so
the
you gotta,
comedy, for the pure
You got to have
comedy.
some girls in there, I guess.
Danny McBride.
Keanu Reeves,
James Franco for some reason.
Liam Neeson.
Halle Berry.
Yeah, because we're just hoping we have another swordfish moment, you know. I'm telling you what, man. Look, I'm going to talk a little smack on Halle Berry for a minute.
Okay.
I believe this might be profiling, but I believe that we as a people have profiled Halle Berry into being a good actress. I don't believe she's a good actress at all.
Just like Keanu Reeves.
But we all saw Swordfish.
That was a bad movie.
What, Swordfish?
Yeah.
It was
bad.
terrible.
It was awful.
It really was.
And she literally did it for the money.
Yeah. I was going to say, but
Self-admitted.
yeah, exactly, and that's a bad way to lower yourself. But
Exactly.
but at the
Better
same time, men all over the world went to go watch Catwoman. Why? Because they're like, I don't know, man. Maybe she does.
She's asked now made the news because she's asking to remake the movie again. She wants a do-over. She wants a chance to make a better movie playing Catwoman.
You don't get another chance. Like you already made it. What are we going to pretend that abomination isn't out there
You
somewhere?
did that thing with the basketball, that weird basketball butt thing.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. It was
They played one-on-one, but it's weird.
I'm intrigued.
super weird.
And she like dunks the basketball like from free
The
throw line.
Sasquatch is in the corner.
Yeah.
It gets really weird.
Yeah, things just get messed up. Chris Jericho and Sasquatch are hanging out for some reason.
Seth Rogen's back there too. It get real fuzzy, real fast.
So what are you never told me? What are your Shia movies?
Oh shoot!
We got caught up talking about Halle Berry and everything else.
Distraction.
Yeah.
It would be the same as yours actually. I couldn't take any of those other performances. I guess my closest is I really have a soft spot for Disturbia. But if I'm going overall, it's Transformers, it's Even Stevens, and it's Holes.
Indiana
Yeah.
Jones. I forgot to put that in there.
You just found out you watched it.
Number 4. Yeah, I have to throw him in there.
Oh my god! All right. So Halloween was just a couple weeks ago, and in the week leading up to Halloween at my daughter's preschool, they had. The end of the week, they had their little Halloween party. They could wear their little costumes and just really cute stuff. And they had a pumpkin decorating competition for, as a fundraiser for the preschool. So Jen, my wife, she finds a design she wants to do. And she's like, hey, we can do this. I can do this. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's what's up. So allow me to fast forward and then I will rewind. So fast forward to day of. I take my daughter to school. I take her pumpkin. We set it down. It looks great, in my opinion. And, everyone talks about, oh, that's just so cute, this and that. We made a goldfish out of a pumpkin, okay? So my wife starts seeing the pictures get posted up on Facebook. And she calls me, and she's just mad. Bro, I'm not talking about irritated. I'm talking mad. Because, all these pumpkins are, Pinterest-level dope. None of them are, one of them was carved. The rest of them all, hand-painted to look like Spirit, which, if you don't have a little girl, Spirit is a cartoon about a horse.
I freaking love Spirit, the movie, the old movie.
Okay, fair enough. They're making a new movie.
I'm not gonna watch it.
I will. I'm gonna take my daughter to watch it. She'll love it.
I might go.
And
with
I will
you.
forever be her hero. So
He couldn't have rolled his eyes harder.
of course not. Just these. they're taking things from my childhood, trying to redo them.
SpongeBob,
Welcome to our life, man. What, you
SpongeBob, they
think
made 'em
Dunkaroos are
curved.
new? Dunkaroos ain't new. We've had them for a long time. They just brought them back,
They're
and now you
used.
guys are like, oh, man, look at these new snacks we got. I'm like, man, those are Dunkaroos.
Never
We
heard
had
of
those. Get out of here. Anyway, so my wife's mad because she's like, there's no way that, a 4-year-old made that. To which I had to reply, sweetheart, a 4-year-old didn't make ours. And so, yeah, she I don't know. She didn't think that was
Did
as
you
funny.
enjoy sleeping on the couch?
Luckily, my wife has developed quite the sense of humor since we've been married for the past 7 years. 7 years? 7 years.
Scratch it.
Nah, it's good. She knows I'm bad with numbers.
I
even
can't
though I'm
remember how
great.
old I am.
How?
You're right.
How?
Once you get to a certain age, brother, you stop counting. Believe
Mine's
me.
easy. I was born in 2000. Whatever year it is, that's how old I am, or I'm gonna
Okay, so there's that. But
be. Like right now, I'm 24.
God, get out of here.
Traveling welding accountant.
Yeah, the traveling welding account. There's that old pencil pusher going to get out here laying down some fat beads.
Ow.
Anyway, I don't know. I thought it was funny. My wife was just irate. It's like it doesn't even look like a 4-year-old could have made that. I was like, sweetheart, our 4-year-old didn't make ours. She's like, yeah, but at least it looks like it. And I was like, oh, so you
Y'all
made
suck.
so this is where I actually got in trouble. I was like, oh, so you made it look like that on purpose. That was also not the smartest thing I've ever said. But, I did what I did, and it is what it is. So we'll move past it. I just thought that was funny. I mean, welcome to a little.
Do what I do.
We'll just call it a little snippet into the life of me. That's the kind of
That's all we can
shenanigans
take.
I
That's
have
all
all
you
day.
want is a snippet.
Oh, believe me, you don't want a whole day. A whole day in my life would drive people insane. Like, I can tell you exactly how people go insane. I went a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, okay. So do we have anything that we want to add in, BT?
I'm good, brother.
See Whizzle?
No, I'm good.
I like that one. See Whizzle. That's good. Faux shizzle. I think that's copyrighted now. Hey, anyway, thank you so much for sticking with us through another episode. And, find us on Apple, Google, just wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find us. The Hoot Hobbs Show. You can find us on any of the socials. Please send us a message. Let us know what you want to hear, what you want talked about. Tell me your hopes and dreams. Tell me your greatest fears. Tell me something. I want to talk about it. I want to hear about it. And, hey, we get a good enough comment, we'll invite you to be on the show. So, for all of us here, I am Hoot Hobbs with C. Wayne and BT. We bid you good night.